Eatsy News, your one-stop shop for everything that's been going on in Eatsy. And in this week, some other things, but the big news is people calling for Josh Silverman to resign. I will get into that. Oh, I've got hair in my eyes. And stick around to the end if you're looking for a puppy update. And if you're not, I don't mind if you go, but who doesn't love a puppy update? First thing for everyone in New York, Etsy in New York is doing a pop-up event. You can find this in the forums. If you go to the Etsy forums, the first thing is the Etsy holiday pop-up. You're able to follow them on Instagram for all of the rest of us who aren't in New York. If anyone goes along, let us know what it's like. It would certainly be an interesting thing to get a bit of a behind the scenes what Etsy's doing here. It's always nice to get involved in the community anyway. Yeah, I don't know much about it, but there we go. Every week, Etsy's doing a little update to its festive hub, some ideas of what you could be doing just now, and I do like it. Mainly, they're giving some mainly good advice. I don't like it when they tell us to do a sale, but this week wasn't too bad at all. Save on fees when driving sales to your shop. Remember and use the share and save program. Now, I know some people are wary about this. I don't see downside to it at all. It does not hurt your shop to share to social media and everything. It can only help if you get sales. It doesn't. Tanking your conversion for driving people from social media is not a thing. It is not going to hurt your shop whatsoever. And if you use the share and save links, they're prettier looking links anyway. And Etsy take 4% off your fees there, your total Etsy bill. So what's not to love? Saves you money, easy way to share. So if you're going to share, sign up for the share and save. Might as well have the money in your pocket instead of Etsy's. Um, of course, they've mentioned the postage prices. From the 1st of October, US listings with domestic postage prices lower than $6 are prioritized in search. So you can use the Etsy tool to adjust your prices, or same for sellers outside of the US, you can use the Etsy postage calculator. But yeah, it doesn't affect those of outside the US. But yes, Etsy's been pushing for cheaper shipping prices. At the end of the day, this is actually potentially an improvement because they were pushing for free shipping. They've gone away from pushing for free shipping, and now they're talking about $6. It's up to you. I would say this is a thing to experiment with and see if it makes a difference for you. And then elevate your seasonal social media presence. Etsy has a whole host of articles in their Ultimate Guide to Social Media Marketing. It's well worth looking into that. Now, myself and Starla Moore looked at one of their articles in the eRank Live on Thursday. So that's on the eRank YouTube channel. You want to go and check that. Starla is fantastic at social media. We liked some of the advice that Etsy gave us, but at the same time, we disliked some of it as well. Worth checking that out. But have a look. It's always a good time to work on your social media. Now, yeah, saying it's for your festive hub, getting ready for Christmas and stuff. Most of us, if we start work on our social media today, you're not going to get enough traction to see a difference for Christmas unless you already have followers. But it's good. You have to start working on it to get traction. You have to keep doing things to get noticed. So it's definitely worth doing. I will say for everybody, if you're thinking of starting social media, you absolutely should do a proportionate amount of time on it. Set yourself aside something that works for you, that is sustainable for you. There's no point you sitting down and saying you're going to do 20 hours a day on it. That is hopefully impossible for most of us, but a large amount of time, then you're just going to burn out. Start yourself with a saying, okay, I'll maybe spend on Monday, I'll spend a couple of hours making a load of posts. On Tuesday, I'll schedule them out. And then the rest of the time, I'll maybe spend 10 minutes a day, half an hour a week or something, going in, interacting with people, doing a bit of research. Yeah, don't burn yourself out doing something that's going to take a while to build up. Oh, I didn't change the title there. Big birthday coming up. That's terrible for me. But no, Rachel Glacier is the Etsy, what she is, CFO, but she's just stepping down. She did an interview with Bloomberg, which I'll be going in more in depth in this, but I just took the snippets out of the Entrepreneur article. Kind of annoyed with this because the headlines and what she's saying is Etsy says it has 10 times more traffic. Etsy told Bloomberg that moving to the cloud resulted in 10 times the amount of traffic because Etsy's machine learning tools process the data more quickly. In 2024, at the end of 2024, coming out with that statement is really misleading. You look and you go, wow, 10 times more traffic. She's not talking about just now. They moved to the cloud basically just before the pandemic hit. Very, very lucky that Etsy had just migrated stuff to the cloud. I don't understand all of this a whole lot, but it did mean that things happened quicker. So when the pandemic hit and people weren't able to go out and were desperate to buy face masks, thankfully Etsy was able to cope with the traffic. But no, Etsy hasn't 10 times its traffic. It had a big spike in the pandemic and it's managed to keep that, but there's nothing magic there. Taking credit for that happening for anyone in Etsy's team, the only credit to be given is at the time they were fast enough to say, hey, Amazon and everyone's banning the sale of face masks. Why don't we allow them? That was a good thing. But yeah, saying it's helping personalize product searches on the platform. AI now tailors product searches on Etsy to increase the chance that a shopper will buy an item. It gives shoppers more precise delivery times. Yeah. I shipped to Australia about a week or two ago, and Etsy was promising it would get from the UK to Australia in 3 days. Your AI needs a kick up the behind if it thinks that's a thing. No. Um, Perhaps if I had a friend that would even. Yeah, I think the times that it was saying, even if I had a friend flying out there, they would struggle to get to where they were supposed to be getting to in the time period that Etsy was saying. It's like 2 days flying to get there, pretty much. But yeah, Glacier emphasized Etsy's spending on AI and other technologies like cloud computing as key to laying the groundwork for more growth. Moving our company data to the cloud, for example, resulted in 10 times more traffic. Yeah, moving our data to the cloud, fortunately before a pandemic, was just a really lucky thing. It made them be able to do it. But to say, oh, spending money on AI has been great. Now, AI is the future that is here. It is definitely a reasonable thing, but it's the worst version that it's going to be. It's still not very good yet, and we're hearing all the time like the search is not great. When you search, the stuff that the AI is throwing you isn't amazing just now. So yeah, to say the investment in AI is great, I don't think it's paying off yet. It could do in the future. Anyway, I'll look into the video. I'll look into the interview a bit more, but I just saw this and I thought, yeah, whatever. A quick seasonal warning. It looks like the bots are botting hard again. If you don't know, Etsy has... They did this a year or two ago. Some of the words that they kind of ban. I think, yeah, cashmere, you have to be able to prove if you're selling cashmere, you have to be able to prove that it's real cashmere. However, the Etsy bots had a flaky a year or two ago and was taking down everything, perfumes, candles, soaps, everything that was saying amber and cashmere, amber and cashmere scented candle or something, because amber and cashmere are things that Etsy, it's not that they're not allowed to be sold on Etsy. I can't tell you the particular ways they are allowed to be sold on Etsy because Etsy's not very clear about it. But you definitely can have a candle that you say is cashmere scented or cashmere scented perfume or something. But it looks like the bots are taking things down. Keep an eye out. If you don't need to use the word cashmere in the description of something that doesn't actually contain actual cashmere, I would probably look at a different way to describe it just to make it easy for you. If you have to use the word for whatever reason, and your item isn't cashmere, or amber or whatever, that's a term to talk about the scent or a color or something. Then if your item's taken down, message Etsy, kick up a stink. You need to get this fixed before the busy time, which we are fast approaching, hopefully. Okay. Etsy shares. Yeah, well, I've got on the left is the share price from 2020 to now, and you can see it's pretty low. It's pretty bad. We've known this. And it will be the end of the month before the Q3 share report comes out. But I think that the market kind of knows, and it's definitely not looking good. It's taking a dip. And you can see this is the revenue, quarterly revenue. And when you look at it like this, yes, it's lowest lowest since 2018, lowest since it started with shares. So everything's not looking good. How did the market deal with that? So I don't pretend to know everything about shares, but the S&P 500 has finally dropped Etsy. Etsy is now no longer an S&P 500 company. That is quite a deal. Etsy sets a 1-year low. However, the interesting thing is all the stock experts, the shares experts, are not saying not to buy Etsy. They're saying it could be good not to drop Etsy. Yes, the stock price has reached a 52-week low. But here was an interesting thing I saw. One company recently dropped from the S&P 500 that appears poised to make the recovery over the next 5 years and beyond. I mean, 5 years, but yes, you've got to think long term. Is creatively focused e-commerce Etsy. Beside the fact that history suggests Etsy could be poised to outperform, here's what else makes it an attractive investment. Now, a lot of share people have said that Etsy could outperform. It's potentially undervalued just now. So I'm not telling you to buy this. Is just what people are saying. Also, a lot of research has been done, and out of companies that have been dropped from the S&P 500, apparently they've done 5% better than the companies that have stayed in. So it's not as bad as it sounds. Like, there's not going to be a run on the shares, hopefully we'll see. However, this has brought out in a lot of places, I'm seeing people are saying Josh Silverman should be gone. This should get the board to want to dump Josh Silverman. I mean, he's been in since 2018. It's been a roller coaster it's been the start of a roller coaster. It went up kind of steeply and now it's been crashing down. I don't know that much different dropping Josh. I don't know how much power people this have. I think the shareholders have the biggest power. Anyone who comes in is still going to have to think about the shareholders. So yeah, we'll see. But let me know what you think. Do you think Josh should go? Do you think things are looking promising? My thoughts, I hope this is the bottom. I hope things get a bit better. Etsy definitely this year have been talking in a more positive to me manner well, because they've been talking more negative. They haven't been saying everything's great. They've been saying things are difficult and things need to change. Are they all changing in the right manner? Not necessarily. Some things are good. I'm loving bundles. I think gift mode could potentially be good in the end. I think all algorithms, the YouTube algorithm's been sucking lately. Yeah, so I think algorithms are struggling as they're trying to be too clever just now, and they're giving us what they think we want. But the thing is, I think most of us are kind of fickle, as it were. Algorithms are going, oh, Pam watched this on YouTube, or oh, Pam looked at this thing. Now, it really works. Companies like Shein and Temu are actually really good because they catch you when you look at a piece of clothing and you spend a bit of time looking at it. It's going to stalk you around social media with it and with similar style things. And that really works because you tend to be looking for yourself, and you're looking for yourself in the moment. So if you've looked at something and you've gone, oh, I do kind of know, I won't get that just now. It stalks you enough that you go, oh yeah, I'll treat myself. But Etsy algorithm doesn't seem too sensible just now. It 9 times out of 10, it's showing me my own items. Now, I'm sure we're all looking at our own items, not for vanity reasons, but like if you've made a bundle, you want to go in and have a look at how your bundle looks by clicking on your listing, seeing if everything's working there. So Etsy's showing you your own listings pretty much. Also, if you're doing competitor research, then it looks and goes, oh, you like this kind of thing. No, you don't. And the other thing is, a lot of people shopping on a site like Etsy, you're potentially shopping for gifts for lots of different people. So if you shop for somebody who's into a certain aesthetic, that doesn't mean that's what you want to see all the time ever since. That thing should sort of shut off after you've bought a few things, perhaps, move on to the next thing. So yeah, it's not great just now. But anyway, I digress. I've gone off topic. Anyway, so promised you a puppy update, did I? Let's see how he's behaving himself. Oh, sleepy puppy. Whoops. So everyone everyone who missed him before, here is Brewer. Oh, sleepy boy. Oh. He's being shy for the camera just now. Big yawn. So yeah, this is my excuse why I'm not posting so much. This is Bruach, and this has been his first week with me, so he's done exciting things. Everything's new. He's visited the vet for cuddles. No nasty jags. That's it. You smile for your adoring fans. Um, he's visited the vets for puppy cuddles. He very much enjoyed that. He's been shopping. Yes, you've been to the pet shop. You did. Wasn't that fun? Pet shop was fun. He's been helping me in the garden, and he's been learning some little cute tricks. Yeah, so if he's too wriggly now to be in videos full time, but people did ask to see more of him. So if you want a puppy update, we'll potentially do some at the end of the Etsy news. So it'll be Etsy and puppy news. Anyway, that's it. Thank you. Kiss. Here's some brewer kisses for you. Oh, he needs to sleep. Okay, thank you all so much. Let me know if the puppy interlude's a good thing, and I'll see you next week.